Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Boost Tech here. In this video I'm going to be talking to you about the HD PVR and the quality of it, and also I'm going to be probably answering the question that you may be thinking right about now, which is why have I purchased the old PVR, which you have seen in my unboxing video. Why have I purchased the old PVR, which I think was the 1228 model or the 1212 model, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, it's the older PVR over the new HD PVR 2 gaming edition. Right, so if you've realized from my earlier videos, you can see I use the PlayStation 3 to record gameplay. I don't have an Xbox 360, so I use the PlayStation 3. And the problem with the PlayStation 3 and the problem the new HD PVR has got is that you may be thinking, well, the new HD PVR has got HDMI ports, input and output. But you see, the problem with the PS3 is that when you if you try and record through the HDMI inputs and outputs, I think the outputs matches the input, you'll realize you'll get a black screen, and that is Sony's HDCP copy protection, which stops people from trying to copy Blu-rays. So if you try and plug your HDMI port to your new HD PVR gaming edition, you will not get a signal, you will not get video signal whatsoever. However, if you do it with the Xbox 360, especially the newer ones, you definitely will be getting a signal. So when it comes to buying a PVR and you've got a PS3, it's probably a best bet that you probably don't get the new HD PVR, even though the new HD PVR has got it has got an AV port, so you can connect component cables. But there's really no point in buying the new HD PVR, and what most people are going to be buying it for is the convenience of the new HDMI imports. But if you've got a PS3, it's going to be pretty useless to you because you cannot get a signal due to the HDCP. So as I was saying, yeah, it has got component input, and so is the old HD PVR got component input. So you're not really making yourself any favors by using components on a HDMI meant device. So really, you can input component into it, but you can only really get 1080i. You cannot get 1080p when using a component cable. It just will not happen. You'll get no signal. It'll tell you that you aren't getting signal, and it'll just revert back to 1080i or 720p or anything more than that, which is really not what you want. So however, there are ways around it. You can strip the HDMI off the PS3. There's two ways around it. You can strip the HDCP internally with the PS3. However, I would not recommend that because you're going to void your warranty, you're going to be damaging it, and you're probably going to damage the HDMI port anyway. There's another device you can buy. It's called the HD Fury, and what that basically does is it strips the HDMI, not physically, but in terms of software. It'll strip the HDMI off the actual PS3 device, the output device of the PS3, so you can use the new HD PVR. However, the big catch with this HD Fury is that it is incredibly expensive. You can pick one up for about £120, which is really not worth it, since if you really if you're that desperate to record gameplay through HDMI or in HD 1080p, then your best bet is just to get a new Xbox. It will cost the same price as buying a new the HD Fury. So that's what I'm trying to say. There was no point in me going out to buy a new PVR2 when really I know full well I cannot use it with the PS3 because of the HDCP. So, but if you've got a new Xbox, you'll be fine using the new HD PVR. But if you're also with the new HD PVR, I forgot to mention, if you've got Netflix, or if you wanted to, even if you did want to copy Blu-rays through HDMI, it will not work because of, again, due to the HDCP. Where if you're using component, then since it's an analog signal and digital signal, there is no HDCP. Therefore, you can record Blu-rays, you can record Netflix as well as gameplay without any problems. So if you're really recording, I personally think component is the best way to go. And there isn't really a massive jump between 1080p down to 720 or 720 back up to 1080 1080p, there isn't really a big big difference. And I mean, with YouTube, they've got their own encoding script encryption on there, which will probably decrease the real 1080p quality that you're expecting to get anyway. So there's not really much point in really trying to edit your software to 1080p, because you're just going to get massive file sizes. It's going to take hours to upload, and it's just going to be completely and utterly pointless trying to edit the video 1080p just for the sake of it. So alongside that, anyway, so overall, if you got a PS3, stick with the if you've already got one, stick with the old HD PVR. Or if you're thinking about getting a HD PVR, I advise you get the original one with the component in. And a good thing about the older HD PVR is that you have the composite in, so you can hook up composite devices such as GameCube, PS2, Nintendo Wii. However, mine's connected with component, but you can use composite with Nintendo Wii. And you can use your original Xbox. Basically, anything that outputs composite will work perfectly with the original HD PVR, as it has the composite input. However, the new PVR has not got the composite input. It's only got component for the PS3, and that's only component in. It hasn't got component out. So you have to use HDMI out. So if you've got an older TV, it's not really worth you going to buy this new HD PVR, as you probably won't have HDMI output. You probably only have component output. So in terms of that, so basically, if you really are a hardcore gamer and you really want 1080p, and you've got an Xbox 360, the newer one that is, then feel free to buy the new HD PVR 2 Gaming Edition, as you will probably benefit from it than most of the people who just want to upload just normal gameplay. But if you just want to upload in HD without any problems whatsoever, stick with the original HD PVR. You'll be safer off, you'll be better off, and it'll be just more easy to work around with if you've got especially if you've got PS3 or component input devices. So alongside that, as you can see, the footage that's been shown is Gran Turismo 5. I wasn't sure how long I'd be waffling on for, so I merged two videos together. But yeah, so in terms of the quality, this is all raw footage, guys. This has not been edited in any way. This is just raw footage. I've tried to tinker with the actual hardware device settings to try and get it as high quality as I can. But apart from that, it hasn't been edited through Windows Movie Maker, hasn't been edited through Sony Vegas. This is completely raw file, guys. I'm to be honest, I'm pretty happy with it. It seems alright. It seems pretty clear. Better than the easy capture card that I used to use. Oh god, I'll get onto that in another video. But yeah, quality sharp. I'll see what softwares are out. I'll try Sony Vegas the trial and see if I can edit the footage anyway. See if I can increase the quality or anything like that. But apart from that, I'm pretty proud with it. It's really good. I haven't seen any problems with the HD PVR. Installed perfectly. There are a few drivers you have to update, but it installed perfectly. It runs as smooth as silk. If you have a good decent computer, good, smooth as silk. No problems really. It's just what can I say? It's outstanding. So feel free to leave any comments down below what you think of the original HD PVR, and what would you recommend if people to buy the new PVR. But yeah, so feel free to comment. So yeah, subscribe. If you have any questions, please ask me, and please enjoy the rest of this video. Thank you for watching and have a pleasant day. This is Boost Tech Reviews signing out.